I didn't know that there was a whole nother, like, oh my gosh, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven more songs on the album. That's the 3 a.m. edition. And I've only halfway through the second one, that's the bonus track. And it makes the whole album. Like, why? Why was this not on the CD version that I bought? Okay, I'm glad it's on Spotify. Oh my gosh. I still want to hear the bonus track that's only on the Target edition. I still want to hear that. But The Great War was amazing. Bigger Than the Whole Sky is sounding good. So I'll just give you my, like, how much I like these extra songs. But yeah, also, I've had the opportunity to listen to the whole CD again in her order. And I think that that did make it a better experience than when I was jumping around. I still have some of the same critiques, but I think the main thing that if you're listening to analyze the lyrics, there's ones that jump out, but then some of it sounds kind of nonsensical. And I do not like some of the, like, distorted electronic sounds. My brain just doesn't like them. It's probably something to do with being atypical. I don't know. If you're atypical, tell me if, like, some of the background sounds, like, literally make your head hurt, like they give you a headache. But I think it's like that survival thing or what. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But it's like where if you're not used to it, it sounds really awful. But you can, like, acquire a taste for it with the electric sounds, if that makes sense. So it was better listening to it the second time through and listening to it in her order. But starting with the bonus tracks, they're very pleasant. And it's more of what I would expect the music to be. So I really hope that these bonus is like the future direction of Taylor, because it has the style of the songs I've liked most from her throughout time. And I have been following her since the beginning. She put out, like, I guess an EP or something when she was 15 years old. And my friend was trying to become a musician at the same time. And so my friend had an EP that she would sell, like, physically sell. And so this was, I guess Taylor Swift had, like, just got signed. So she didn't have an album yet. So, like, I've known about Taylor Swift since then. Because my friend got a signed t-shirt and she had, like, a little 5-track thing or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I'm really liking these bonus songs. So much better. I just, I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, I love these bonus tracks. Yes. So Paris was really good, and you're getting that storytelling stuff with her again. Like, the lyrics have more to them. There's more emotional resonance, and there's not the distractibility due to all the mechanical stuff. There's still some of it in there, but it's like what you're used to hearing from pop. It's not, nothing's overbearing. And I've only heard like 2 seconds of High Infidelity, and I already love it. So, this is what I wanted. I had to stop and find Hits Differently, and someone had downloaded it to their Google Docs, and then they shared the Google Docs with everyone so you could listen to the bonus tracks. So I'm listening because I have to know. Hits Different would have made an amazing single. Amazing. Best song. And I'm not even done listening to the bonus tracks, but I really like it. Glitch was good, but not my favorite of the bonus ones, but still really good. So it seems these bonus tracks were not actually revealed until like 3 a.m. last night, so I just barely missed it. But, so there is not it's like a deluxe version of the music that has all of these bonus tracks. However, there's not a physical edition, and I think that it's probably smartest for her to not do a physical edition, and this is why. Because people like me that pre-ordered the original 13 tracks, that made the decision between getting the Target with the one extra song or getting the regular ones or whatever would be pissed off and want to return whatever version we bought in order to get it. And it was already kind of like a money grab to have so many different versions of the same CD, where it's not just like an exclusive song at one place, but she had 4 different versions of the CDs, plus some of those versions also had clean versions. So, like, I got one of the clean ones because I don't want to hear the F-bomb and GD and all that stuff. I'm just like, I'm not here for that. And so I was glad that there was, like, a clean edition. I think that should always be an option. I think that would be so cool. They did it a lot in the 90s, and then I just hadn't really noticed, like, the clean radio edit versions being sold in physical formats anymore. But anyway, enough of that rampage. Yeah, I think that people would be pissed off if they knew that there was a physical edition that had all of those songs, especially if they were like me and were kind of underwhelmed by the 13 that were selected, but really, really love the bonus tracks. They would be pissed off. So I think it's probably a smarter move to not produce it, because if they do, I'm returning my CD and I'm getting the one with the bonus tracks on there. I'm just saying. Like, I didn't need to buy the CD. Like, I knew it was going to wind up being on Spotify for free, but I wanted to support her. And, like, I didn't buy Folklore and the other one, and I didn't buy Reputation or Lover. So the last CD I bought from her was the 1989. And then I have the digital versions of, like, Sparks Fly and the other one that was like Sparks Fly, but there's one where she was in a red dress and one where she was in a purple dress. So I have those, like, digital. And then all the other CDs since the first CD I've gotten physically. But with her rocky relationship with Spotify in the past, I was like, I couldn't trust that it was going to drop when her album dropped, that it would be there. So I was like, I need to order my CD. My CD has still not come in the mail. And it is 4:30 p.m. on the 21st. If I pre-order something, I want it that day. And it's like still in Missouri or something. And I'm in Kentucky. But anyway, yeah, I really like it. I might have to buy the digital version of those specific tracks since I've already bought those. And then I can download it and I can burn a CD so that I have those extra songs, which is something that anybody could do. If you purchase the physical version, or if you purchase the digital version of the songs, you can download them to your computer and then burn it onto a physical CD. So, like, that's completely legal because you purchased the song. But anyway, yeah, so I might have to do that at some point because they're really, really good. And I would like to be able to listen to it in the car. That's why you need the physical one if you don't want to pay $9.99 a month for Spotify to download stuff to your phone. So, and the other thing was that the CD versions have a booklet in it. So each version of the CD has a different color CD, but it's the same music. So it's like a different color. And then there's different photos that you get. So that's kind of cool. So I picked like the lavender version. Because it was the only one that was the clean version on her website. And it's lavender. So, like, it would have been that, or, like, the moon one would have been my choice anyway. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm still listening to these bonus tracks. I am on Would've, Could've, Should've. So there's one more called Dear Reader. And I am a booktuber, so I'm like, I think I'm gonna like it. I think I'm gonna like it. Really liked Would've, Could've, Should've, and Dear Reader hits. They hit. Oh my gosh, they hit. Why weren't these all released together? I'm telling you, I like it. I like it. It's the more traditional Taylor style, but it also has that new edge. I don't know how to describe it, y'all. I don't know how to describe it. Last night when I was listening to the album, I was listening to it like right when it came out, and I was tired. So that's why I was in my PJs and everything. But yeah, these bonus ones, Yes, yes, yes. And I'll listen to the other two redos or remixes, whatever you want to call them. I'll listen to those too because that guy put it on his thing, and I'm listening. But yeah, so I'll let you know if I feel anything about those now that I've listened to the originals twice, if I can pick up on any differences. But here's one thing nobody cannot say about Taylor Swift, and that is that she is a marketing genius. And yeah, I studied marketing, so she is a marketing genius. The Easter eggs, doing it years and years and years before stuff comes out and gets people super excited. The being able to withhold information for long periods of time. I can't do that. I can't. Like, I already show off book covers and stuff before I've written the books. Like, I can't hold nothing back. But Tay Tay, I'm telling you, I don't care what business you are in, if you're an author or whatever you're doing, if it involves some sort of marketing, you could be a restaurant owner. You need to take some tips from Tay Tay over here, because she knows how to market. And see, it's so interesting that she did wait a couple of hours, because then you've got people like me that are like, oh, well, it's a little bit too different than her previous stuff, so it's not my favorite. Like, I think it's like her worst album, which even saying worst album is like, it's not bad, because honestly, most musicians, I will just say this from my experience, most musicians on a whole album, there will be 3 or 4 songs that you'll actually like. And those are going to be the ones that are played all over the radio. And that's why people go and buy the album, because they're just curious about the other songs. Taylor Swift has built the reputation for having all hits. So like every single song on the album is that level where it's like, I need to own this. I want to listen to this on repeat. And most artists cannot do that. So when I say worst album, I mean like a really good album for any other artist. But, so I said, worst album, when you're when you're comparing her other stuff and the times that they were released, because you have to take that into account too. Like, I'm not gonna say that, like, Sparks Fly or something was way better than Midnight's. It's two different Taylors. But, like, if you're considering when certain stuff came out, like even the country stuff, if you're not a big fan of the country stuff, because it's like Little Taylor, if that makes sense. But for that time, it resonated for that time. And people, like, the life experiences. Like I said, I'm like the same age as Taylor. So stuff hits, and it's like got that reminiscent feel, because I grew up with her at the same time and like getting to see everything. And it's been so long. I'm telling you, like, that was like, I don't know, it might have been her second album in 2008 or something like that. I can't really remember, but like, man, I've been following Taylor since I was in high school, and I'm 32 now. I've been in the Navy. I've been out of the Navy for 10 years. I got 2 college degrees during the time. I've switched jobs countless times. Yeah, I've been following her since before I was married, and I just had my 13-year anniversary with my husband. Like, it is a long journey. A long journey. And her discography reflects that. It reflects like the personal growth and the changing, and like sweet little Taylor that everyone put in a box, and then her busting through that and kind of challenging ideals. She also lived in the same area that I did, which is very much so Bible Belt, and it is kind of like, you don't need to be talking about no politics, you're gonna make people angry. And then she starts to grow up and push back more and more and more against what people wanted her to be. And because she is so much in the spotlight, it's been like a really hard journey. And it's been interesting to watch because there have been moments where she's gotten to like that next level before I have. And then there were periods where I was like, I'm not listening to certain albums because they did feel like they were super political, and didn't go with like the views that I had been taught to believe. But then I start having the same like progression of like learning your own self identity and the way that you think and believe and see the world versus what how you've been told to perceive it and what everyone expects you to think of things. So like I have a lot of respect for Taylor. But yeah, so like when I say worst, I just mean it didn't hit. It didn't have like that nostalgic feel that her songs typically produce with like just emotional resonance and like songs where I'm like, yes, I like see my current situations in life going with this, if that makes sense, because we are the same age. So oftentimes it has been like synced up, if that makes sense. But yeah, these bonus tracks, these bonus tracks, y'all. Okay, This is the Taylor. This is the Taylor where I was waiting and I was like, I'm a little tired, but I might stay up until the album hits and then listen to it and react to it because I was expecting it to be like really, really off the charts great because that's how Taylor Swift is. And the bonus tracks, if you were disappointed by the beginning ones, again, I got ADD. I go off the whatever with my thinking. What I was getting at is that it was marketing genius for her to wait with these bonus tracks because if people had had a negative reaction to the 13, then they're getting something new and it could change their mind. So then they might go and like retract their statements. I'm not retracting my statements. I will say it ages well as far as like the second listen was better than the first listen. So I feel like even the tracks that maybe I didn't care too much for, I will start liking them more as my brain gets used to the whole like sound manipulation that she used that I don't typically hear in music, and therefore because it's unfamiliar, it sounds off and it sounds like something I don't like, but I could grow to like it. But like I said, I'm just giving you an honest fan's reaction. And that included being brutally honest about the fact that some of it just did not hit for me. But these bonus tracks. So yeah, it's called the Midnight's 3 a.m. edition. So you can go get like the MP3 one. And it is on Spotify. The only song that you cannot find anywhere like freely available for you to just go listen to for free legally is the Target one, and it's worth it. So I would say go get that bonus track. I will see if I can buy it somewhere, but I ain't gonna lie, I definitely listened to that guy who put it on his Google. Because I needed to know, and I don't think it's fair to hide stuff. If you're making the entire album for free, essentially, by putting it on Spotify, then you should include those bonus tracks too. But whatever. It's a marketing thing, and it's smart because some of y'all fans, y'all probably didn't just pick out one CD. No, y'all went there and y'all were like, oh, it's going to have different photos, so I'm going to get all 4 editions. Guarantee y'all, some of y'all watching this, went and spent the money to get all 4 editions so you could have it in each color, even if it was the same exact songs, you still would have done it. So I'm just saying, that ain't me. I'm not that hardcore. I'm a T Swift fan, but I am not that hardcore. But you do you. But yeah. So I'm gonna listen to the rest of Dear Reader, and then I guess I'll listen to those 2 remakes and get back to you on here. So I listened to the You're On Your Own Kid, and nothing distinct is popping out that makes it super different. I mean, it is a different version. Maybe it's a little bit faster, but I think either version is great. I don't think, like, both versions are good, so you're fine. It says it is the Strings remix. Okay, I was thinking there was going to be a piano difference, but no, I do remember the strings. I really liked it. So, yeah. Now I'm going to listen to the Sweet Nothings piano version, which was already a soft song. So I don't really know how the piano is going to like soften that down more, or if it's going to give it more of like a belty quality. I don't know. I don't know. So I've officially listened to all the songs unless she drops something at 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. No, I really liked it. I really, 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 really liked it. The Sweet Nothings, the piano version hits harder than the one on the original. So yeah, I like the new renditions. Approved, approved. Anyway, I know y'all didn't ask for a reaction to Taylor Swift songs on the BookTube channel, but I told y'all I was going to be doing a Taylor Swift book tag. And after listening to the first CD, I was like, I don't really know. Like, do I even want to do one after kind of being a little bit disappointed by it? But now with these bonus tracks, yeah, I think I'm going to have to do a book tag with the Taylor Swift stuff. So I don't know when y'all are going to get that. I'm kind of worn out today already just from doing reactions. It don't take much for me to have my energy spent. But yeah, I'm probably going to listen to the album a few more times before I make the book tag, because I want to have good prompts to go with this stuff. And so yeah, I will probably listen to it a few more times before I do that, and then that way y'all don't have like 3 Taylor Swift videos in a row. So I don't know what I'm going to do for tomorrow's video. We shall see. But yeah, that's all I have for right now. So thanks for watching me react to Taylor Swift. Bye.